Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of 4s. We are playing with Austria Hungary in the Battle for the Bosporus expansion. So the first thing I want to do in this episode is go ahead and change these up just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and create a new task force here. New task force right there, same orders. And then we're going to go ahead and create a couple task force here. You see, I don't know how many I have selected. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to be adding them over to here and then just splitting these as soon as we get this changed up here. So we're going to go ahead and split them in half. And then we're going to have them, of course, do the convoy raid. Now, they won't be able to get into there. But what we're just going to do is just assign this fleet over to here. Well, we don't want them there, but just to cover these two regions here for the naval invasions. So we'll see how well that ends up going, and then as soon as they finish them in the Black Sea, we'll pull them out and then have them come over to here. So that's the idea. And it does look like we can get another task force assigned here, so let's go and do so. Alright, and then they can do that convoy raiding for us. Alright, excellent. So yeah, they'll come over here and help us out. Take them a while to get over there, of course. That's alright. Alright, so just trying to finish this up. Remember, we do get a peace treaty here against them as long as they don't join a faction, which as of right now, they are not set to. The Turks did fight a little bit harder than I expected them to. It'd take a little while to get them defeated. I mean, it wasn't too bad or anything, but... yeah, they did fight. They didn't just give up. You know what, let's just go after that victory point there. And I'll see if I can't destroy him. He's pretty weak, so should be able to. Just looking to see if this Purple Army can go anywhere. As of right now, the Purple Army hasn't really had a lot of success overall. See if we can beat this guy there. 10 hours, probably not. No, we'll just go ahead and go. We'll just stay here. Alright, so just trying to get this wrapped up again. It's a few key victory points left to get, and then we've got that peace treaty. So over here, suppose we can go with the maintenance companies now. Let's start getting those updated. Did sink that destroyer. Fantastic news. Always trying to get some ships sunk for the war participation. Now again, we already know we're going to control this peace treaty here. Let's see if we can't get over to here before them. Looks like we did lose there, unfortunately. Damn it. Alright, let me see if I can get back there in time. Probably not, but we'll try. Looks like we did get there. Suddenly they got to fight us again. Haha. Let's make sure these guys stay here. You guys come over, take that territory for us. And again, just kind of looking for areas to move to. Alright, so we got all this taken care of. Excellent. Just looking for somewhere we can get an easy win. Kind of finish this up. And I'm not really seeing anything, guys. We're just going to have to wait. Most of our troops have very low organization at this moment, which is kind of unfortunate. Get over to there, make them fight us there. And yeah, just kind of waiting for all these troops to get to their locations. I think supply is likely an issue as well. It seems to be an issue anyways. Got these guys here that we could get destroyed. That'd be across a river though, so probably not the best way to do that. Let's have these guys go over here. Alright, so this is open. Let's go and have some troops go that way. And we'll also take like one division here and just have him attack. Just make sure they don't leave there. Not really for the purpose of winning or anything. Attack these guys as well. Make sure that nobody gets over to there. Alright, we're just going to have to wait a little bit before we're able to push forward here. We'll have to take all Syria over. Let's go this way now. We'll have to do that once we win the war. Let's go over to this province. Just send a bunch of troops over there, make sure we win. Cut these guys off here. And then we'll work on getting them destroyed. I know this is across a river, so we're going to send a lot of troops here. Make sure this gets done effectively. Alright. Being attacked there. Still just looking for some easy opportunities and trying to avoid casualties where possible. Alright, so these guys are now cut off. Let's get them all destroyed. Should be fairly easy to do. Alright, those guys come on over to here. Let's bring these guys here. It looks like supply is stopping them from moving into several of these areas here. So that's a victory point right there, which might force their capitulation. It's only 3. That's pretty close. Again, we're very, very close to defeating them here. There we go. Yep, that was just enough. All right, excellent. So we're looking to annex all this territory. I'm going to try and take all states, and we can take all states. Excellent. So let's go ahead and do that, and then just end our turn. And we're done. So that was actually pretty easy. We could have finished that in the previous episode, but I didn't know how long it was going to take to get the capitulation. And I mean, we are 5 minutes into the episode, and that one was already finished. All right, so let's go ahead and get Syria conquered next. We'll just use the Red Army for this because, you know, they're the ones that would do it most efficiently and quickest. So we'll go ahead and have them move on over there. Now, the rest of our armies here, let's see what we want to do with them. So obviously the focus now will be against the Japanese, but we can't move troops over there just yet. That's just really not an option because of the lack of supply there, so we're going to have to wait before we move anybody else over there. So for right now, let's just go ahead and move. Let's just keep some troops here in Turkey. While the rest go back home, I guess. Yeah, we'll just send them back home for right now. Bring them over here to Vienna. And I think that's it. Everybody should have an order to move to. Yeah. So that should, again, we're just going to have to wait until we get the supply dealt with here because we're not taking any attrition here now, but I think we bring any more troops than we would. So I don't want that to happen. So, yeah, we're going to make sure that we keep our focus on, you know, keep our troops, I should say, over here. One thing we do want to go ahead and do is start moving planes over here, and this is another thing that's going to affect supply, of course. We need to get this airbase built up a bit more, but let's go ahead and send some fighters over there anyway. I know this will reduce their efficiency, but you know what? It is fine, guys. It is fine. Let's bring some more fighters over there, and then all the rest of these here, let's go ahead and get them off for their orders. And then just get them moving up to our territory in Ukraine, which is where I've been placing them. I suppose we can place them over here. That can be our area. And then we have these guys here. Again, we're just going to have to be kind of slow on moving them over to the east, so we don't overstretch supply. Don't cause any problems there. All right, so the tanks are coming over here. We're gonna have them take Aleppo now, and we'll try and take control of all this territory, giving us more war participation, and of course, giving us control of this territory, which is also super important. So these guys, they're gonna try, and we want them to come down here and stop the Germans from getting any territory down here. Gotta wait until we get the light tanks here as well. Let's just go ahead and start pushing forward now. As soon as they get here, we'll have them push forward. Maybe go this way. All right, beautiful. Yeah, just quickly get all this taken control of for ourselves. That's the best way to do this. Or just have these guys come. They'll come this way. All right, looking good, guys. Looking good. Remember, these light tanks are super, super fast. It's very effective, just getting this territory taken over quickly. All right, so yeah, it looks like we will get there and stop them. Hopefully, I think we'll get there before them. Yeah, our tanks are so damn fast. Fantastic. All right, so this will all be conquered, and then we'll put the Red Army somewhere else. All right, there we go. So we got most of Syria into our hands. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and move these guys now to... We'll just move them over here to Istanbul. And then what we're going to want to do is go ahead and like let all of our troops train up. This is what they can be doing while they sit here. We got one division to train here, so we'll let him train. Get these tanks training up, replace any experience they lost. Same thing with the Purple Army here. You'll get them all training up, and then what we could also do is start continuing to change up the Blue Army's divisions over to... And let me see if I can do all of them at the same time. Over to our 40 West. I haven't been able to look at your guys' comments, or all of your guys' comments. Looked at a couple of them, but I haven't been able to look at everybody's comments yet from the previous video yet, so I don't know if anybody's provided any name suggestions for these monster divisions that we have here. But yeah, we'll get them names next episode. I'll take a look at the comments and see if you guys got any name suggestions for these or for those medium tank divisions. They need a name as well. So we do have everything available that we need here to change them up, so we'll go ahead and do that now. And then just let them train up. back home. That's what they'll be doing. So with the decision, we can go ahead and get more resources, and tungsten is what we need. So that's what we'll build. I don't think we need anything else. I mean, you can always build more oil. That's always helpful or whatever, but I think tungsten is the main thing we need right now. Yeah. So with any other future political power here, I mean, let me just see how good everything is, see if anything else is going to become an issue. Aluminum's good, metals, I mean, everything's good. Yeah, I don't really see us needing to spend it on anything here. So let's just go ahead and say we don't need to be notified of this. Maybe we'll take care of it if we're sitting on a bunch of political power, but I prefer to spend it on something else. We really want to get that stability up next. I imagine that's what we'll be doing, is working on the stability. So getting our control for our party up a bit higher would be helpful, because as of right now, I think we only control 56%. So yeah, I think that'd be helpful. But Japan continues to have success both against, which I want to say the Allies, but these are not the Allies. This is the Comintern here. Of course, the Philippines and the Allies, though. So against both the Comintern and the Allies, I don't think they're at war with Australia. No, they're not. Remember, Australia is in the coalition of free Commonwealth states. There's actually two Australias, though. There's one that's in the Comintern too. But yeah, they've had success against China. They've had success against the Allies and against that coalition of whatever they're called, free states or something like that. So yeah, they've had some success. Now, as far as if we're ready to do these, you could tell that we're clearly not. Now, our Navy hasn't arrived yet. Let's go ahead and take... You guys can now go through here. Let's take them out of the Black Sea and have them all head over to there. And we're even going to give them a bit more. So let's do the convoy rating here. You know what, guys? We should probably go and assign some of these to just straight up deploy over to here. I think a lot of these we might want to get deploying over to here. Actually, you know what? Let's do them right there. This is a bigger base. So yeah, like 3 of these we'll build here. So they'll be able to deploy straight into this fleet. All right, excellent. So those will be our 2 fleets full of submarines. We'll just dominate the seas with our submarines. And I think we can also pull back here. This is not really necessary covering that any longer. Allow them to focus more on these areas here. Okay, so we're going to speed this up, and now the focus is on Japan. And we need to get control here. We need to get enough planes here, and just bomb their fleet, and then there you can see we already have control. So do we want to do these invasions down? Let me see if we can. We cannot. We need a couple more days of planning, and then we're going to try and do the invasion. We'll see if it ends up working or not. I'm going to dip through all these real quick. See if they're able to sink any submarines. They were able to sink one. Just one, though. Alright, that's a Japanese convoy that is here because... I think it's because this is held by Italy right here. Yep. The Italians still hold that province. Which, remember, they are in that faction. So yeah, we were able to get all of Turkey, and then we own that now, not control it. As far as... And we still aren't using any manpower for our garrisons. We can now decrypt something. Let's go and do the Americans. Because we have not decrypted the Americans' cipher just yet. We might be able to do our mission. Yeah, we can. We do have it high enough now. So let's go ahead and do that one decision here. Because I think it would be good. We can also try and capture their cipher. That'd be helpful too. I would like to get compliance up. But you know what? I think we might go after capturing the cipher next. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, guys. And then let's have... let me take a look at where the resistance is strongest to know where we want to pull those divisions from. So let's just take a look at our resistance situation here. Seems Poland is still the main issue as of right now. Yeah, Poland's still the problem. Moscow actually is not all that bad at all. So yeah, we'll pull that one away. So let's go and get the capture cipher mission going, and then we're gonna do not that guy, this guy here, and then this gal here. All right, so commencement ready, and we'll try and capture their cipher. Because as you guys can see, I mean, it's going to take a while to get this done. 457 days, so I think that'd be helpful. Is there anybody else that we're at war with that we need to be aware of? No. nobody on our borders is what I mean. There's a little island here to be taken from the Americans. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that with one of these armies that are just kind of sitting around. You know what, let's let them finish their training first before we do anything. Yeah, we're going to let them finish their training up, and then maybe we'll send the Purple Army or something like that. It looks like it's just that one division training anyways. So you know what, we'll just go ahead and send a couple divisions here to get this done then. Have them go from Barcelona. Go ahead and take that. So they'll get to going over there now. And we did lose another submarine. Okay, so they were starting to patrol here. So we're going to lose some submarines here and there. Of course, we don't have support from our Air Force either. It'd be really helpful if the Germans were to finish up in Africa and getting all this territory taken over. So hopefully they'll get that done soon. Do we still control the seas here? We do not any longer. Figures. We did have control temporarily, but we don't anymore. So I'm gonna take one of these guys, get him assigned over there, and then get a new task force here. Doing these convoy raiding. Just see if we can't get control, and what we'll do is I think we'll just go and set these guys up to attack as soon as we get control, so I don't have to watch this. So yeah, basically as soon as we get control of this region, either from the fact that there we go, looks like they're gone. Yeah, either the planes helping out or the ships, the submarines, whoever gets it done, doesn't matter. All right, so we're gonna bring a close air support over to here, and then they're gonna help us out. So let's bring, let's see here. Oh, so those are the, oh no, that's close air support. I was gonna say, there's those damn naval bombers I was looking for. That's not them. So they're gonna do close air support here. Help us out on the attack. And we are still going pretty good on supply here, though I don't know that, oh, we could send these guys. These naval bomber planes here, and they can help us out. 800 and 800, looking pretty good there. And maybe that'll be enough for us to seize control of the Sea of Japan and do the invasion. Hopefully they don't lose any troops going across here. That's definitely a possibility. They could sink our troops, but I feel like we gotta do it, guys. We've gotta do it. I know it's definitely risky, for sure. It's always risky throwing your troops into any sea zones that you don't control. Obviously, it's a risky endeavor, but I feel like it's worth it. Let's go and have these guys come here. I thought we already had these guys assigned to deploy there, but apparently not. All right, well, they're gone now, so we'll just have to wait. Let's go and deploy everybody though. Let's get all these guys deployed. We could build some more out, so let's go and do that. These will be really useful in America. So let's get some more training then. Maybe get one more thing of the light tanks here, and then really continue getting these medium tanks. We'll get these guys deployed here, and then yeah, just get some more medium tanks here. Get like 5 more. And get them going straight in that army, and then we could always do some more of our monster divisions here, though we might want to change up some of these designs here that we already have here, like yeah, these guys. Just go and change them all up to the monsters. And yeah, with that, we will actually be out of anti-tanks, so that's a problem. So let's go ahead and get any new factories going into that. And we'll take a look and see if we have any shortages on the factories. Yeah, we actually do have some problems here, so we might need to pull back on a few things. Let me just see what we're really stacked on. The infantry equipment, we could probably pull back on that. I know we're updating and stuff, but that does require more tungsten to be traded for. All right, excellent. So naval invasion happening here. We engaged their troop convoys, but they did not engage ours. They are actually defending this territory, unfortunately, so it could be a tough fight. Yeah, it looks like we aren't going to get the win, unfortunately. They just have too many divisions defending there. With only 4 divisions, and one of them's moving, so it doesn't have any organization. So really, we're fighting 3 divisions here, but it's just too much. It's just too much, and I don't know that our planes can reach there. They do not reach there. So even if the close air support was here, which they're not here yet, but even if they were here, it wouldn't be enough. So yeah, it does look like, I don't know, this could change, but it does look like we're going to lose, guys. Alright, well, that's a shame. Though, honestly, not very surprising either. If they defend it, then you can't win. That's just the way it is. Yeah, it's just incredibly difficult to win if they're going to defend the territory. We'll keep the fight going here, but again, I don't expect to win here. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna lose there. All right, so that's kind of a shame. I was hoping that they'd have enough troops in China and Korea that they wouldn't be able to properly defend their territory. That ended up not being the case, though. They were able to defend it, unfortunately. All right, we did lose another submarine here. We might need to take a look at that, see if we need to replace any of these losses up here. I think these guys are up here, so we'll have them. Oh, they won't be able to join anybody who's actually in battle. We'll have to wait. These guys can go over here, though. Again, just trying to see if our submarines can get control here for us. Yeah, this does look like it's going to be a loss, so let's just go and pull it back now. Clearly that did not work out. So yeah, it was a shame. It didn't work out, but it is what it is. They just had too many troops defending for us to get the win there. So basically we'll need to get more planes assigned. Big problem though is we just can't reach that port. I don't think, yeah, we're just not gonna be able to reach there. The 1944 planes are gonna be coming available soon, so yeah, we'll just have to see, guys. If we can't get the win, maybe throw in more troops though. I really don't think that's the answer. Yeah, if we had Marines, that would be helpful. If we had those guys over there, they would do a lot better on those invasions, honestly, you know, obviously. But yeah, let's just, we'll just focus on sinking any troops they send into the sea. I'm sure they're giving us plenty of opportunities to sink troops. And maybe what we might want to go ahead and do, now that this is, we're getting more troops, excuse me, more and more submarines here. Maybe what we want to do, just get these guys assigned real quick. I'll actually assign both of these over to here, since we are losing submarines over there. But yeah, maybe what we might want to do is try and sink any that are coming here. Just try and sink their, you know, any convoys that come through here. Maybe we can, you know, that's how we'll destroy their army, is sinking their convoys as they go across. I mean, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what exactly we're going to do just yet, because really we are kind of relying on them to not defend their ports. It's really the only way to get the win there without having air support. If we had some air support, that'd be super helpful. Let's go ahead and take these guys and change them over to the naval strike now. Alright, looking good. And we do have control of the skies as well. Doesn't even look like they're defending their skies at all. No. I wonder if they're having any fuel problems. Maybe. They do have some oil provinces, so yeah, it's hard to say. We could look at exactly how much fuel they have, and that, I think that'd be worth looking at. We don't know. Maybe we should start doing intel against them instead of focusing solely on the United States. Yeah, it could definitely be worth it. So let's go and get some stuff that's going to make us better at invasions, guys. Say this is 1944, so we can't get that, and that would be helpful. Anything else that makes our infantry better would be helpful, like the night vision. Yeah, that would be helpful as well. We'll perform better when we're attacking at night. We can go and get the better mechanized equipment, helps our medium tanks. We'll have to send some tanks over there to this region. I don't know how we're doing on supply. Let's just take a look and see if we've built this up enough to warrant sending troops over here. So let me just take a look at the supply and see how bad it's doing. Yeah, we're absolutely doing fantastic over there. So let's go ahead and take these troops here, and we'll stop their training and then just get them shooting over to a port here. Yeah, we want to bring them all by land so they can help us out in the invasions once we're successful, once we hit a port successfully. And I hope we don't have to attack a non-port. It's incredibly risky to do so, but we might have to. If we can't take the port, you know, then that'll be our only option. So these guys just got here. We're gonna go ahead and have, I guess they're training right now, so that's the reason why we're gonna have to stop them from training. That's the reason why they don't have any organization. Now, I don't know if we control the sea here enough to do this. Probably not. We do have allies here, so maybe. We might have to put our submarines there, though, just temporarily. Yeah, we're going to take that. We'll take those anti-tanks for right now, just to get that solved. But yeah, we are starting to actually lose some submarines because we've gone into these additional regions here where it does look like we are having some difficulty. We start taking heavy submarine losses, then we'll pull them back, because the whole purpose of this is strictly for our own benefit, to try and, you know, sink some of their convoys, and you know that's not worth losing a bunch of submarines. If they're not being effective, I mean. We did sink another destroyer there. Again, our planes here are very, very helpful. But yeah, we can't cover down here, so the submarines are always going to be fighting on their lonesome. So yeah, you see we lost 4 convoys there, so I think we should probably pull back on these regions. This is just not worth it. We'll just focus on these 2 regions here. That's the best way to do it. So go ahead and try and replace some of these losses that we took here. Alright, there we go. They'll join them up there. And still having success here. And these are all Japanese convoys too. I'm not entirely sure where they're going. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where those Japanese convoys have been going. It's quite strange. I don't know that many troops over here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they've been doing. But yeah, we are sinking convoys that are going through there. Maybe it's just trade. It could be trade with the... we should probably take a look and see if we can find one of those battles so we know exactly what's happening, so we're not speculating. But yeah, maybe they're trading with the Scandinavian countries for their resources, and so we're sinking their convoys. It's a possibility. Did sink another convoy there, and did lose another submarine before we officially pulled out of here. We did sink a convoy, though, so that's good. But yeah, now we're pulling out. Get out of this region here. But yeah, sunk some convoys, some troop convoys probably. So that's helpful. And we'll sink any troop convoys here as well. And just kind of slowly try and wear them down that way so they eventually pull troops off of these ports. Because they, they'll be short on divisions. It's probably a good thing that we didn't win without the tanks here. Because, yeah, the tanks would speed up the process of invasion by a lot. And, yeah, we are actually sinking those destroyers. So that's super helpful. Again, that means that their capital ships will be less protected. So our submarines could have success on sinking capital ships. So yeah, very, very helpful overall. And we could go ahead and build up the airbase even higher here. Let's go ahead and do that. And also build up the radar stations. This would all help with our coverage here, guys. So we'll get the radar stations built up. And it looks like we're actually repairing stuff over here now too. So that's not desirable. Let's go ahead and build that fully up. Let's go ahead and also put some put an airbase there. I think that'll be helpful. And then go ahead and build up our radar coverage over here now. Just see where we can. Build up one more step through these regions here. And I think that's good on the radar coverage. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So yeah, this will be helpful getting the radar here. And getting more planes here as well by building that airbase up. That'll all be helpful. I'm going to continue seeing how we're doing against sinking the Japanese fleet. Again, mainly getting destroyers, but eventually that should hopefully result in us getting some capital ships. There's 4 destroyers sunk. Yeah, this is going quite well for us. Very well. Alright, lovely. Just lovely. Yeah, and these are all troop convoys that we're engaging in as well, looks like. Yeah, just sinking troops, sinking destroyers, all good things. And we also got all the convoys here that we're sinking. Again, having a lot of success here. And those radars that we're building is just gonna make us even more successful. Germany's getting Africa wrapped up, so that's gonna be helpful. A little bit of focus on other areas. There we go. We sunk our first capital ship with the Japanese, a heavy cruiser. I don't know if that was a plane that did it, or if it was a submarine. But regardless, getting the destroyers sunk helps us out in that, since they help provide, screen coverage against the torpedoes, as well as they might have a little bit of anti-air coverage too, although destroyers don't typically focus on that. Especially not the AI design ones. They usually use their light cruisers for that. We did get our focus done. Alright, fantastic. Let's go after the submarine research bonus next. We do still have to get the last submarine model. And since we're so heavily focusing on submarines, obviously that would be a good investment. Let's go and take a look at our submarines. Let's go and get these guys added into here. Just get more submarines out there sinking stuff. And replace the losses that we have faced here. Alright, looking good, man. Looking good. Yeah, I don't know how many convoys we've already sunk of the Japanese. It's got to be hurting them a bit on the war support here. And you can see it's hit them a little bit. They're down to 91%. Stability is only at 55%. Remember, the Japanese have had a lot of problems in their wars. You got to expect that their manpower has got to be a lot lower as well. They're at 1 million manpower, but what law are they on? They're on total mobilization, extensive conscription. So they do have room left when it comes to manpower. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping to be a little bit better off there. But yeah, that's not the case. Can we do this invasion now? We'll just take a look. We've got the Purple Army troops watching this. I know they don't have their organization full. I guess it depends on if anybody's defending, which nobody is, so it's easy, nice easy invasion here. So now let's go ahead and have one guy take care of this for us, but we're going to make sure that they're all set to do this naval invasion now. And just going to make sure they're all assigned to that, and one goes grabs that for us. Alright, beautiful. Didn't even have to find anybody for that island. We'll see if there's any other locations around that we might want to do invasions. Could invade them there. It'd give us another air base to make use of, so that would be helpful. So maybe we will do an invasion from there with these same Purple Army troops. Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, I think that should be pretty helpful, although maybe we don't want to send this many, because I think the supply will be pretty low there. I'm just worried that they're going to be well defended, and I want to make sure we win there. Alright, so yeah, this is going to take a while to get everybody sunk. Look at all these planes we just shot down. And I think, yeah, all these are carrier planes as well. So we've been very effective on destroying carrier planes, excuse me. So that's very, very nice. Just taking a look at the sea. We do still control up here. We could attempt to do another invasion, and I think we will. Let's just see if it works out. Though, I almost want to wait for those damn tanks to get here, which they're on their way now. You know what? Let's just wait. Let's just be patient. We'll sink more stuff of theirs. Yeah, look at all this. This is starting to get very effective now. We did lose another submarine. Yeah, sinking lots of destroyers, guys. Shooting down all their carrier planes. And yeah, this is going quite well so far. Alright, and then we can put more planes here as well, so we will. I think we still have planes over here that we can move over to that region. So let's go and do that. Let's have, let me see how we want to do this. Let's have the close air support come here so they can provide coverage there for us. You know, once we attempt to do the bombing there. And then let's go ahead and send some fighters over here again, just kind of making sure that we maintain control here. And we probably want more naval bombers here rather than close air support. The naval bombers will be a little bit more effective, I feel. Obviously, that is their job. We can also try attacking their ports, you know, their dockyards, but it doesn't look like we'll have the range for that. So, really, we need to get the better planes out there. Yeah, I really need better planes than what we currently have out there. Let's see what we sunk over here. So we should probably focus, well, it's not 1944 yet, so we'll have to wait. But yeah, I think as soon as 1944 hits, we should focus on planes, since that's really how we're getting our wins here. If Mongolia was to attack us, that'd be a problem. Maybe we should accept that. I wasn't planning on attacking them, though if we attack the Comintern, that will allow the Germans to destroy the Dutch. I prefer to get this war here against the Japanese done first, though, before we pull troops out of here. Alright, got another destroyer sunk. Fantastic. And there's a light cruiser. That's the first light cruiser that we sunk. Very, very nice. We actually have some free civilian factories for once. So let's go and get these assigned. We are still trading for rubber, so let's go ahead and try and fix that. I think that would be worth doing. So I'll get those built. So again, the radar coverage I think is probably good with what we have here. Getting that built up there. Yeah, I think we'll probably be good on the radar coverage here, guys. Could always build the air bases up higher. That's probably going to be enough. Hard to say, though. They'll be the closest to cover here, so maybe build up one more. And then from here, probably infrastructure. Not just getting supply as a purpose, but also trying to now get resources, though still is not a problem anymore. Nor is it going to be a problem anytime soon. So we should probably just get tungsten. Any tungsten that we can get. Because tungsten is one of the few things that we are trading for. It might be the only thing we're trading for, actually. So yeah, if we see any tungsten provinces, we'll build there. Though I think we've already built in most of the tungsten provinces that we have. Yeah, I'm not seeing any in Turkey. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And I think we've already built in all the regions that have tungsten. out this way as well. Again, could build in those steel provinces, but that's not a problem, man. We're not having any steel problems. Just tungsten. Alright, well, I mean, there's plenty of people to trade for, so it's not that big of an issue. There's plenty of people who have tungsten to trade for. Of course, Portugal is our puppet, and they've got a ton of tungsten to trade us. So we can always trade with them if need be. But yeah, also thinking of the freight convoys, so that's obviously going to impact them as well. Not getting the supplies they need, the resources they need. So that'll hopefully affect their factory and dockyard production. And having good success here. Again, just killing a lot of troops. I'm excited to see what the casualties are going to be at the end of this episode, because I feel like we've sunk so many troops, and we didn't really look at this in the past couple of episodes. We looked at the casualties against the Turks, but that was pretty much it. So I'm excited to see how we've done against the Allies, particularly the Americans. I want to know how we've done against them. Did lose some submarines here. Okay, that's going to be a problem. We're going to lose submarines, as you'd expect. Are these guys doing convoy raiding? Yes, they are. They're just repairing here. What we might want to do is make it so these guys don't... oops, my bad. We want to turn off the repairs there. But let me first get these guys. They're in their own force here. We don't want that. Let's have them join over there. So yeah, what we might want to go ahead and do is go ahead and turn off the repairs here. Make sure that they repair in the larger ports that we have control of. I know there's a couple other ports somewhere around here. I thought there was one more, maybe not. So yeah, just make sure they're not repairing in those two ports, and they're repairing this level 8, obviously, so they make use of the most dockyards. Okay, let's go ahead and pull back and make sure we have just one going into convoy at all times. Not that we really need more convoys, but we don't really need a whole lot of more submarines either. We're doing great when it comes to the submarines. Let's go and have them join here. Okay. So yeah, we could do the invasion at any time, but I wanted to wait until we got the Red Army here, and they're almost here. They're about to arrive at the port now. Yeah, 2 more destroyers sunk there, and yeah, just a lot of success here, sinking the destroyers. So yeah, again, that's going to be super helpful later on here. All right, so the Red Army's here. We'll get their organization up, and then we'll, well, you know what, they'll probably have enough time to get their organization up. Let's take a look, see how we doing. We can do this one, but not this one. All right, but let's just wait. I really want to do this one here. I don't think this one will be effective, but I'd like to do 2 invasions at the same time. I am really worried that if we attack here, that they would end up engaging our convoys and probably sinking them. I suppose let's get some more fighters here. Yeah, let's go and move some more planes over there, guys. And now it's just the battle of the submarines, man. Just trying to get the win with submarines and naval bombers. We've done it before in the past, so it's definitely possible. All right, so let's go move some more planes over there. Move some fighters to provide us some coverage here, more coverage. And oh, I actually meant to send those to the other location. But that's okay. We still have more fighters here. I meant to send them here. All right, excellent. And then we'll take these close air support and then have them come over here and provide us with some more naval strike capability. And then, you know, I think we're still building that up, so let's go ahead and send some more naval bombers over here as well, because I think it's mostly close air support that we have on this region here. So let's go ahead and send some, some naval bombers to help them out. Okay, excellent. We did get the maintenance companies, so is there anything else we need here? I guess we can go get the next level of maintenance companies. However, there's so much other stuff that we need to get. Let's go and do the next medium tank model. I think that'd be really good for us to secure. Can ban democratic parties. I don't think we need to do that. I would like to do the improved worker conditions though. All trying to get stability up higher, guys. All right, so we get 2 destroyers sunk there and 1 sunk there. Fantastic, man. And we do control both zones. Let's go ahead and attempt the 2 invasions and let's hope they don't die. Because that's a lot of troops to send into sea zones that you don't really truly control. I know it says we do, but we really don't. And none of our planes can reach that zone right there. So no reason to try and put close air support onto actual close air support. But here we can reach that zone, I think. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, looks like they don't reach there. Alright, but that's unfortunate. They will reach here, though. So when we're attacking there, we'll want to do it. But yeah, they wouldn't reach over into this area. So yeah, we can't even get close air support. So that's a big problem. The inability to get some support from our planes makes us rely entirely on our invasion efforts, which we actually are winning here. Alright, fantastic. Did sink more destroyers, too. I don't know how many ships they have left, but they've got to be hurting at this point on the destroyers. Yeah, I know that looks like a lot, but when you compare to the size of the fleet here, the 200-something ships and only 100, and, it's maybe half of them are destroyers, that means they have lost a lot of destroyers. The capital ships, as you can see, they still do have a good number of capital ships, but I think they've even lost a few of those as well, probably to the Americans, if I had to assume. I don't know how the Americans are doing when it comes to their fleet. We'll take a look real quick. These are the two navies that still really count. Yeah, they've lost quite a few as well. They only have 4 carriers left. Yeah, all battleships. Looks like they do have heavy cruisers. Never mind, I'll take that back. Okay. They've lost a few destroyers as well. But look at the numbers here. 100 and maybe 60-something ships with the same amount of destroyers as what the Japanese have, even though they have less planes, or excuse me, less total ships. So yeah, you can see that the Japanese are definitely hurting on destroyers. They probably are. That's not nearly enough for all the tasks that you'd assign with destroyers for. It's really not. And we continue to sink more and more every day, so. Alright, so still getting over to there. Let's just turn this down a second so that we can take advantage of this win if we ever get it, which it's green right now, so it is indicating that we would win there. And it does look like they have moved the troops out of here. This is what we're waiting on. So often they do not defend this port here, or at least don't defend it effectively, and that's how we typically get the win. That's how it usually ends up working out for us. Let's go and send all the troops across here, and then we're going to go ahead and give them full coverage now. This should end up being quite effective for us. So let's go ahead and have the fighters and the close air support provide coverage here, though it looks like these fighters aren't actually assigned. So, alright, so that looks good, and yeah, I guess the rest are going to just have to stay where they're at. Though, I'm a little bit surprised there's this many planes over here providing coverage. Yeah, I guess that is 400, or excuse me, 800. Alright. So yeah, we've, looks like we're going to win both of these naval invasions of Japan. So we're going to want to put some tanks into these areas. We don't want to put too many, though, for obvious reasons. And in fact, because this could become a problem if they send them themselves, we're going to put a fallback line here. And yeah, we just don't want too many troops coming over here. And trying to create a front here. So let's get them all going over to there, so they kind of push forward quicker. And then we'll send some over to here once we get the win there. Yeah, we don't want to exhaust supply with our tank armies, though. But we do want to get them in here so they can conquer as quickly as possible. Still naval invasions planned. It doesn't look like they're not actually launching them just yet. Alright, so yeah, I think Japan will be ours here in mere moments. I mean, obviously I say mere moments, that's not the correct way to say that. It's going to obviously take a little while to finish up the conquest there, but for the most part I do expect that we'll have some good success here. So we want some of the tanks to come down into this one. We won't wait until they at least get that port before we send them, though. But we'll have to leave a few here. So let's just go ahead and take, I don't know, a few of these medium tanks. Get them coming over here. And we should also give them all some orders as well, but we'll do that here in a minute. And then we'll take the light tanks and probably send like the majority of these over to here as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and give some orders here. Of course, this is all going to get messed up here in seconds. Once we take this territory here, it creates the multiple fronts, and then that creates its own little issue. So how do we want to do this? Let's take like two units. Send 2 units in each location. And this is gonna be kind of tricky to do. Have to do them each one at a time, since there's no other more efficient way of doing this with less clicks until we get less divisions here, which now I can't even see. Oh lord. There we go. Alright, so at this point, we'd be able to deselect divisions. And then if we can just zoom out here, maybe send one more there. Alright, looks good. A bit of fan out and take all this territory here. We do have some civilian factories, so let's go and get those assigned. See where we want to put them. So yeah, we already have the radar going. And again, that's probably not going to be necessary at this point anymore. We're getting the synthetic refineries. Let's see how many we need. We need a few more there. A few more when it comes to the rubber. And we're getting a couple, but let's build a couple more. Just to make sure we're able to not have to trade. I'd like to not have to trade at all for rubber. So build that there, and then after this, I suppose more military factories would be helpful, though, you know, we're doing pretty good when it comes to the military factories now. It's not really as much of an issue anymore. We got a ton of military factories, but we could always use more. And of course, we're going to take a lot from the Japanese. We'll also get their dockyards, too. We did get the fuel refining. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and start getting these 1943 techs knocked out. Not that equipment's really an issue, which is why we haven't gotten it yet. Because equipment is just not a problem. Alright, so let's go ahead and make sure these guys continue pushing forward. We had missed a few opportunities here because I was just sitting there not doing anything. Let's go ahead and have these guys, one of them can stay here. Let's go make sure we have planning bonuses. They're not going to have enough troops here, I can tell you that right now. They will not have enough troops to properly defend their territory. I wonder why he can't... Huh, looks like he's going to be blocked going that way, probably because of their control of the sea, I guess. Let me see if this guy can go across. Nope, can't go across there. They just control the sea there, unfortunately. We could go ahead and try and move our submarines over here to get control. I don't know if this will be effective or not, but I guess we'll see. Go ahead and send these guys over to here. And is there any... there's not really losses to replace. Let's see how we're doing here. And they might have engaged our... Maybe not. So let's say it might have engaged those tanks. That's kind of the one thing I was worried about, is losing any troops that we happen to move. And I don't know how they didn't end up fighting anybody here. That's kind of strange. Like, it's interesting. Let's go and attack them, make sure they don't take that from us. Alright, so getting the win all across here. Let's go and have these guys go this way. Let's see if these guys can get over here now. Nope, still can't. Doesn't matter. If they capitulate, we should get control of it. Just waiting for these troops here to get across. This take them a long time. At least they're not being blocked, though. And unfortunately, our agent was captured. Oh, no. Alright, we'll have to take a look at that. It's going to go here. I'm going to see if they can get across. No, they cannot. Alright, so let's go and push forward here. Alright, so we have to take a look at the agent situation. Alright, so one of them was captured. These guys are the ones on the mission right now. So this guy here is going to have to be the one that comes over here so we don't lose all of our bonus here. Yeah, we don't want to lose that 50%, 52% that we worked so hard towards. We didn't have to do anything against the Japanese. That's how effective we've been over here. We haven't even need to do those missions against them. We haven't done anything against the Japanese. Didn't even get a little bit of intel against them, and still have been quite effective. So yeah, these guys are coming over here. We do have factories and dockyards to get assigned. We have so many submarines here at this point, and we just don't have any techs to get anything else. That's the problem. So we just have to keep building these, but yeah, because we just don't have the technology. We could build something from the Germans, but yeah, I just don't think it's necessary. It's just not really necessary at all. You can see here we can win without building a big old fleet and all the resources and manpower that requires. I mean, it's just, again, it's just unnecessary. Let's go and increase our numbers over here and maybe get some monster divisions too. Just get a few of these. Remember, we are still kind of increasing the numbers. Oops, I always send in these guys to the wrong one, the wrong green army. And let me see if these guys are ready to launch their attack. They are. All right, so we'll go take that island, and after that, I suppose we'll come over here and try and take that island. And then we'll build a bomb from there. Might be able to help out our ships. So that's unfortunately going to be the end of today's episode, guys. We've invaded Japan, and so next episode we should be able to complete this invasion. I don't see them stopping us here. I mean, we've already hit 2 locations. They have no chance of stopping us here, guys. So just a matter of time here. We'll have them conquered. I think next episode we should have the Japanese defeated. And then all that's left at that point is the Americans. That is it. I'm just trying to get America defeated. Of course, so in order to do that, we do have to do naval invasions. So we could do an island hopping strategy, try and get just enough islands to get over here and get Hawaii, and then attempt an invasion from Hawaii over here into California. Could do a small invasion in Alaska. I never find that very effective, though. It's very difficult because of the terrain and the lack of supply. So I don't think we'll likely invade there. And if we did, it would be more of like a sideshow, just a few divisions, keep them distracted up here. The main invasion that's going to have any kind of success is going to need to come from the East Coast, though. It's just easier attacking from the East Coast, so much easier. The terrain is easier, there's more supply, there's less states, and since the states are, where the air bases are, you can put more planes into here. Over here, of course, you got these big old states, so that's a problem. But it's just overall easier on the East Coast. So yeah, we'll attempt an invasion over there, and of course we'll have to use this point. So we would need to build up this island quite a bit to be able to put a lot of troops over there, because I don't think there's any other territory. Let me just double check here and see if there's anything else that we'll be able to invade from. No, the Germans did lose all the territory they had here, so this is the closest location. So in that case, we're going to need to really build it up to make sure that we can have as high of number of troops here as possible. And I'll probably get some more. Maybe not. I don't think we really need. We can build it up one more, I suppose. But yeah, I don't think we really need to build that up anymore. We, of course, already have the fort built up there. The port. We want to build the port all the way up as well. So yeah, that'll be where we invade from. And maybe we'll invade Bermuda. We could just bypass it, but it'd probably be easier to invade Bermuda. And then from there, attempt the invasions of the American East Coast. So I do hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, where hopefully we should get the Japanese defeated, and then we'll be able to focus solely on the war against the Americans. So I'll see you guys on that video, and thanks for watching.